Hey guys, Technomentary here today with a video for you guys on useful hidden tips and tricks on your iPhone 6 with iOS 12 and above. So these hidden tips and tricks you can find on any of the iPhones that you have, but this will definitely enhance your experience using the iPhone 6 and some cool tricks that you didn't know, the phones can do. So if you guys are new to our channel, basically what we do is a lot of reviews and tips and tricks using the latest technology out there. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We also do a lot of giveaways as well. We do a lot of unboxing and reviews of electronics that you can buy, cheap off the internet. So let's dive into this video right now. So first thing I want to show you guys is the camera. The camera is an important setting on your iPhone 6, but you do want to kind of tweak the setting a little bit. So if I go into settings and go into the camera option, as you can see by there's a option to record videos at 60 frames per second. By default I think it's at 30 frames per second, but if you wanted to get better, more smoother quality recording, I would use the 60 frames per second. Obviously it will take a little bit more memory on the phone, but you will get smoother quality video. So let's open up our camera app to show you guys in video mode like what you can do. So as you can see right up top, you can actually toggle the setting here as well by clicking on this. As you can see right here, it says 60 frames per second. So now it should record much smoother quality videos for you. So the next tip I want to show you guys is being able to do multiple shot or shutter shot on your iPhone camera. So by holding this button, as you can see, the numbers are going up, so you can take multiple at once by holding down the click button here for the camera. The other way to do it is using your volume up and down button. So if I hold down the volume down button or the volume up button, you'll see the numbers going up. So I did 10 shots in just by one holding. And then finally, the other tip with the photos I wanted to show you guys was being able to duplicate photos. So if you click on a photo and hit on more options, if you guys ever see that there's a bunch of options down here, one useful one might be if you wanted to edit a photo but you wanted to keep the original one, you can actually hit that duplicate button. It'll duplicate two different pictures for you. So here I have some multiple ones, so this one just duplicate another one of that. So let's dive into the second kind of major tips I want to show you guys was creating your own vibration. So you might want to tweak the way that default vibration is on your iPhone so that who is texting or calling you. So to do that, you go into settings, and then this time in settings we want to go to sounds. So we'll go into our sound setting right here, and then go to ringtones, and then click on vibration. And as you can see down at the bottom, it says create new vibration. You could create your own custom vibration just by tapping and however you want that, and then hit that stop button, and then you can save it and call it my 5. That way now you can use this vibration as the default vibration, so it's more unique. So that was pretty cool. The next thing I want to show you guys was with notes. So with notes, sometimes you have kind of hidden information or information that you don't want to show or someone to see whenever you give your phone for them to look at something. So you can actually lock your notes. So by going into notes, so here I have a note that says secret stuff, and I can actually put a passcode on this note so that if someone wants to open it, or if I open it up next time, I'll have to use that password to see it. So once you're in notes, you want to hit that arrow up here on the top, and then you'll see this option that says lock note. When you click on that lock note, it'll give you an option to put a password, and then again enter the password and hint, and then hit done. Once you do that, that note will be kind of locked. So I'll put B here, and then B, of course, just by default to show you guys. So that note is now locked. So if I go back and try to open this if I close this up now and then go to notes again, and this time I click on it to view the note after you enter the password, and now I can see the note. That's pretty cool, right? So let's go into the next tip for you guys is reachability. I thought this one, sometimes, by default the phone doesn't have this enabled. So basically what this does, if you have a smaller hand, just like I do, sometimes you want to reach up top, but you can with one hand. So you can kind of lightly tap the home button here to kind of pull the screen down, but this might not be enabled, so you want to make sure that is enabled by just going to settings, and then once you're in the setting mode here, you want to go into general, and then once you're in general, you want to go to accessibility, and then you'll see under accessibility there's reachability down here, so you want to toggle that on. Sometimes it might be off and you won't be able to do that, but you want to turn that on so you can actually lightly tap on it and it will pull the screen down. Let's move on to the next kind of tip is multitasking. So by double clicking here, as you can see, you can multitask between different applications. So to do that, double click really quick on the home button. So that's also something you can do. Let's go into the next setting. With the newer iOS update, there's something that Apple provides now about their hardware, specifically the battery. With the battery, you can see kind of the battery, of course, the percentage, and also put it in low power mode. But there's a unique option called battery health. By clicking on that, it shows you your capacity of the battery itself. So right now you see the capacity is at 93% of this phone, which is good because you want a phone that has at least 80% capacity of the phone, or if you don't, you might want to consider replacing it. The other thing in battery, if you scroll down, is battery usage by app. So this is helpful if your phone is dying really quick and you want to know if there's the app that is taking up a lot of your battery. Here, as you can see, these are default stuff that's taking up, but there might be an app that's consuming a lot of battery that you don't know about, and that might help to determine why that's why your battery is getting drained out. Let's move on to the next tips and trick. Is the help. So under the help, this app is utilized as much, but I think it's very crucial that you set this up. So with this app, it allows you to put your personal information, like your name, your birthday, sex, and height and weight, and then also create a medical ID. So this is really important because in case of emergency, if you have allergies or medical condition, or if someone, if you, have some issue and, someone needs to know your medical stuff, they can quickly look at your medical ID on your phone to make those emergency calls. So you can do is hit that create medical ID and then put all of your information, your health conditions, allergies that you might have, medication, even up to emergency contacts. So, if you pass out or, something happens to you when you have your phone on, people will be able to see this information, but you do have to make sure that this is on, which means that the medical ID will be accessible by anyone, even if the phone is locked. So if you were, in case, ever something happens, this is very helpful. And a lot of people don't set this up, but I do like to set these up on my phone. The next thing I want to show you guys was that you can actually change the default browser on your Safari, and we might want to do that because there's other. By default, I believe Google is the search engine, but we can change that as well by going into settings. Once you're in settings, if you go to right now the Safari options, under Safari, as you can see, there's search engine. DuckDuckGo is a kind of search engine that's supposed to be to have more secure kind of browsing, that it doesn't log anything like Google and other the major ones. Sometimes some people like to use that as well. Sometimes I do as well. So that's another cool kind of hidden settings that you might have not noticed on your phone. So let's go into the next kind of hidden useful tips is actually sending location to someone. So with the newer update, you can actually send your friend or family if you are out somewhere and you want to send them where you are and you may not know the address of the place. So if you go into the message app and then click on the conversation and then tap on their number up top, you'll see a little drop down that says info. Click on info, and here we can either share a location for a set amount of time or send our current location. If you do that, you do have to make sure your location service is on, and it will send them your location. So I think that's pretty cool option whenever you're meeting up with friends and family. And then the other one of the last tips I wanted to show you guys was that do not disturb option. So at nighttime, sometimes if you're trying to sleep and you're getting constant notification, different application, you might want to shut that down. So if we go to do not disturb or just not receive any text or call and you're trying to go to sleep, I'll set this schedule where you could put your sleep time, or even if you're at work or something you want to put that do not disturb, you can enable that and then set like a setting where it's scheduled to do not disturb. So that's also a neat option for you to take advantage of on the iPhone. So let's dive into our last tips and trick for you guys, is actually security of your phone, right? So this one, if you go into settings and then go to touch ID and password, here we have what's known as a way to kind of change the default password from a 4-digit to some other kind of options you have, are custom numeric code, you see, or even like custom alphanumerical, so you can now use letters and numbers. This is to make your phone more secure, if you're looking to secure it and not use the default 4-digit passcode. So hopefully this useful hidden tips and tricks help you guys kind of have a more enhanced experience of the iPhone 6. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching, guys.